Gosh, I said it. Good afternoon. Is this like your morning meetings? I'll say one more time. Good afternoon. Okay, that's a good start. So my name is Tony AVRillo. I'm here to speak to you today about winning. So today I'm going to share with you everything you need to achieve anything you want in your personal life. Anything you want to achieve in your business life. That's a good afternoon, isn't it? If I can do that for you. So I'm going to break it down today into three sections. I'm going to explain what my definition of what winning is, the rules of winning, and then what do you need, what habits you need to adopt to win. So before I talk about winning, though, I want to talk about losing. Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt to yourself, I've lost today. Today's not been a good day for me. Yeah? For some of you, it's quite recently, I can tell by the looks on your face. But that's a horrible feeling. But have you looked in the mirror and saw a winner? Yeah, everyone say, yeah, that's me, I'm the winner, everyone else is the loser. It's a very different feeling. And has anyone here had too much of winning? Have they already won too much? Good. Who's that? Who said yes? And one person in the audience has already won too much. But if you've won too much, surely you want your family to win. You want your staff to win. So I'm fascinated by this subject. I spent probably 30 years sort of involved in this, trying to understand it. I've studied winning. I know lots of winners. I know some of the top people in the SAS who are definitely winners, in the police service, CEOs, good estate agents that I work with. We work with elite athletes, sports teams, and businesses. So we know about winning. So in my own little way, I feel like I've won. It's probably not as good winning as some of you here, but in my own way, I've won. I started off as an estate agent. So that was my first win, because actually I was a very good estate agent, even though I say it myself. I was a Saturday boy. I got promoted to a negotiator, valuer, manager, and eventually owned and ran several estate agency businesses myself. So I thought I was winning. I thought I was going to make lots of money. Do you all want to make lots of money? Oh my gosh. Am I in the right place? Do you want to make lots of money? Yes. Okay, excellent. So I was like that, and I thought, wow, I've worked so hard this year, it's going to be great, I'm going to be a real winner. And then I saw at the end of the year, I wasn't winning as much as I thought. I'd made profit, but I wasn't winning much. And what I saw, actually, that lots of our deals were going abortive for no reason, due to the lawyers. So I thought, I've still got to win. So my brother and I, with my business partner, we were both estate agents, decided to become lawyers. So at the same time we had our agency, we actually qualified as lawyers. And that was a struggle, and we applied the concepts I'm going to tell you about today. But I think we actually ended up winning. We've now got the lowest aborted rate in the country, so that's a win for me. We've got the best client survey score of any solicitor in the country. That's not hard, you would say. Okay, that's meant when the jokes come, I'll highlight it so you can laugh. Yeah. But I feel like I've won. I'm here today because we also win because we're trainers. You know, we're trainers and speakers, so that's a real compliment for me to be able to give back to the industry I started off in. We train estate agents to kind of know solicitors and solicitors to like you guys as well. So that's a win for me. So what fascinated me is why do some people win and some people don't? Why is it when some people look like they should win? You know, they're born into wealth, they're born from the right education, go to the right schools, but they lose. In the same way, the other way around, some people are born as if they're going to lose, very poor backgrounds, got no education, but end up winning. It's really fascinated me. But what I found, actually, there's rules. There's rules that you can apply that actually, if you follow them, you can win as well. You can win as well. That's it. So, Mark did say it's graveyard slot, so I'm trying to induce a bit of... So what I found is, in my studies, is that success leaves clues. These rules apply to your personal life. I want to lose weight, or whatever. I'm not looking at anyone particular, so but it applies in business as well. They're the same rules that if you want to increase your commission rates, you want to increase your market share, they're the same rules. So what I'm going to do is speak to you about that today. And what I want to do is to not make it boring, I also want to explain to you, how it applies in public life and maybe refer to some sports team, fabulous business people, but obviously also talk about my favourite subject, myself! So in return, though, I'm going to put my heart and soul into this. In return, though, I need you to concentrate for an hour, but I want you to have deep concentration for 90 seconds. Can you have deep concentration for 90 seconds, and in return, you will change your life? Oh my gosh. that is disappointing, guys. But I'm sure you can. 90 seconds. And to make it even easier, I'll tell you when the seconds start. Okay? So, winning is important, especially in sports. These are some quotes from some very famous people. In professional sport, winning counts for everything. You know, it's the same in business nowadays. Dan was saying earlier on, it's a very competitive market now. You feel like you've got to win. You always get a buzz from winning. Winning is everything. Jose Mourinho, winning is not the only thing that matters, but certainly the most important. The problem with winning is everyone feels it should be like this. Everyone feels that I'm in business, it's going to go a straight line, it's going to be a straight trajectory to winning. But winning isn't like that. This is what winning is like. This is what winning is like, because you start off your business, or you start off a good day on a Monday. I've got that property on. I never thought I was getting it on. I got it on at the best rate ever. It's fantastic. So you're going up. The next day, the guy withdraws. You know, so it goes down. But the next day, you've got this new member of staff. He's fantastic. He's going to transform my business. The next day, he doesn't turn up for work. Yeah, so winning is like this. It's not a straight line. So, what do we need to know about winning? Well, there's some fundamental things that you need to know. There's fundamental building blocks to building success and winning. You've got to split it down to these three categories. There's got to be an objective. You've got to know what your objective is. You've got to know what your goal is. That's point number one. Point number two is you need to know the strategy. You need to know how you're going to meet those objectives. And point number three is you actually got to do some work. You've got to know the tactics. What are you doing daily to meet those? So I'm going to explain these to you because they're really important. On a show of hands, quick question. Who's got goals? Who has goals? Yeah? Okay. So it's about, I'll say about 40% of the room. Okay. Bob's still got his hand up. He's really motivated. He just won't put his hand down. Who's also got a strategy, decided how they're going to do it? Okay, it's a lesser number. Okay. And who's worked out the tactics? What do they need to do every day? Bob, is your arm all right? You actually, yeah. Okay, that's the rumours. Anyway, so what I'm going to explain to you is just break that down for you a little bit, because this is really important. This is really important. So let's contrast a general, wish. I want to lose weight. You know, what does that look like when you apply these foundation blocks? So this is mine for weight loss. And I explain to you why it's written like this. So my goal is I weigh 12.5 stones on the 30th of January 2019. I've got some way to go, by the way, on that. And guys, I said when I do the jokes, you're welcome to take part. I had one volunteer there. So thank you very much. The next thing is the strategy. How am I going to do it? So I'm going to achieve my goal. I'm going to achieve it through my diet. I achieve it through my exercise. Okay, and then we look at the fragments. We look at the daily tactics that you can check off on a daily basis of whether you're reaching it or not. So my fragments for my diet, does this make sense, guys, yeah? My fragments for my diet, I've got to eat no more than 18,000 calories. Maybe that's where I'm going wrong. It's only a digit. Don't eat after 7 o'clock. What I'm saying, these are just examples. This is how you've got to break down. It's a very different goal to saying I want to lose weight. Does that make sense? But this is the way actually you achieve. These are the rules that winners use. So we're going to look at goals. Goals are relative. So a goal doesn't mean winning in the absolute sense. Doesn't mean coming first. So any football supporters in the room? Okay, all right. So, for Manchester City, currently top of the Premier League, if they don't come first, I don't think they'll see that as a win. They must come first. That is a win for them. But for Fulham, anyone support Fulham? Okay. Fulham are the bottom of the division at the moment. For them not to be relegated, I think they will see that as a win. So wins are relative. So when you're setting your goals, you don't have to say, I want to come first. Wins change over time. So if I were to enter the London Marathon, Although I'm a very confident person, I wouldn't think I'm going to win it. You know? Because there's some of the best people in the world running there. For me, I'd have to set a goal for myself. My goal would be relative to my age and to my weight. Soon, it would be 12.5 stone. But it's relative. So this is not a goal-setting workshop, but this is, if anyone hasn't come across this is the SMART goal. Anyone want the slides afterwards? If you come and see me, you give me your card and I'll send you the slides. But take notes at the relevant times, but this is really useful. So when you set your goals, they've got to be SMART, specific, measurable. So how do you know when you reach there? Achievable. Is it within your power to accomplish this? You know, if a 4-foot person wanted to be the best basketball player in the world, he's probably going to have some problems. I said when the jokes come, guys. And realistic, can you realistically achieve them? Timely, you must have a date, you must have an end date to know whether you're going to achieve that, to know whether you're on target or not. So the question I often get asked is, how high do I set the target though? How high do I set the target? Show of hands, who sets targets which they know are really high? Who sets targets which are low because they think, I'm going to achieve the target? Okay, the rest of you ain't got any targets at all, but it looks like that. So that is a common question, though. So too high is difficult because then you get disillusioned. You're not motivated. Too high for your staff is difficult as well because then they start taking shortcuts and ruins your name. So too high is dangerous. I know someone that wrote to Richard Branson once and said to him, look, pitching a business idea. Richard Branson